Hi, and welcome to DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. We're going to do the training mission with the F-14 Basics Shore-Based Landing. Loading the mission, and the mission is loaded. Be aware of the pattern. We're landing at runway 33, and we have 40% fuel. I'm going to do a few things straight away. I'm going to go down to here. I'm going to switch this to field.
Good afternoon, pilot.
Going
Today
over
you will
to
learn
here.
how to land the F-14B Tomcat on an
I'm
airfield.
switching this
We will
button
be
by
using the
left
same
clicking on
overhead
it to
brake and
landing.
landing procedure as on the boat. I hope you reviewed the
Over
diagram
here,
prior to the
we've got
flight.
the wing sweep.
We will be landing at Godota Air
drag
Base
it down,
with the left overhead
again,
brake.
and lock that.
We are lined up
done.
with the runway. Your
Just
RIO
check
will handle
that
all the
this anti-skid
communication
is
calls,
in full up
and the
position,
LSO will call out the stages of the approach.
so it's on both.
We do not have a Fresnel lens at this airbase, unfortunately. There will be a series of gates for you to follow in the pattern. They will help to guide you, but you don't have to fly through them.
I'm going to
just
push
near
F on the keyboard to bring the
Fly
flaps
now
out.
towards the first gate at
I'm
the
going to have a
initial
quick
point
look
in
to
front
check
of
that
you.
they're out.
Maintain
They're out.
350 knots and 800 feet AGL. Set the hook by.
Bring my
Sweep the
throttle
wings
back.
aft full to 68 degrees. You will have to trim the nose
I'm
up
also
to
gonna bring the
compensate
gear
for the
down.
reduction in lift.
So our altitude is here, and our speed is here.
Select landing mode on the PDCP.
Gunfighter 2-1 on initial inbound. Gunfighter 2-1, roger. Winds 320 at 3 knots, cleared for the overhead. Left brake over the numbers. Report left base, 3 down and lock for runway 33.
Cleared left brake over the numbers. Will report left base runway 33. We are coming up on the brake. At the brake, extend your speed brake, roll left 45 to 60 degrees, and enter a level turn, maintaining 800 feet AGL. Bring the throttle back to idle. Try to follow the gates.
To swap positions, just pushing 2 on the keyboard, and then 1 to go back to the first position. If you want to jump to the back RIO, just push 2 on the keyboard. I'm going to extend the DLC, so I'm just going to push that button. We can see the DLCs come out. That's off, and that's on.
Okay, here we go. Set wing sweep to auto at 280 knots. Put the gear down at 250 knots. At 225 knots, set the flaps to down. Turn on your DLC once flaps have extended and descend to 600 feet.
on downwind.
Keep following the gates and adjust your power as necessary to slow down to on speed and maintain 600 feet until you see your wingtip reach the end of the runway. On speed is an AOA of 15 units, which you can see indicated with an orange center circle on the AOA indicator left of the HUD, or the AOA tape below indicating 15 units, as well as your E-bracket being centered with the aircraft datum in the HUD. Use a combination of fine trim, throttle, stick, or pitch, and DLC inputs to stay on speed and maintain level flight.
.180.
Begin your left turn in a steady descent onto the base leg. You may use DLC to control your glide path. Extending DLC will let your aircraft descend while maintaining stable pitch, throttle, and AOA. Retracting your DLC slats will let your aircraft climb while maintaining stable pitch, throttle, and AOA. Keep following the gates.
On left base, runway 33, gears down and locked. Gunfighter 2-1, wind 320 at the 90.
Keep a steady turn and descent rate, as well as on-speed AOA to intercept the glide slope, or actually the part of the glide slope that we call the groove. Remember to use your DLC. Try to maintain on-speed AOA all the way till touchdown. Note that you do not flare the F-14 on touchdown.
200.
Instead, you keep her steady on-speed AOA
100.
until you have weight on wheels. After touchdown, pull the stick full back to use the elevators as an additional air brake, and preferably use lateral stick movement instead of rudder to steer the aircraft until reaching a slow enough speed for nose wheel steering. Good landing there, pilot. Well done. You may choose to power up and take off and have another attempt at landing, or go ahead and park. If you wish to finish the lesson, continue along the runway and taxi to the main apron at the end. This concludes the lesson. You may exit the mission using escape and then exit.
So that was the landing with the F-14 Tomcat. I did a lot of the processes there in advance, but we're making sure that we got this onto field. We're making sure that this anti-skid is on both, flaps out, and this was on 68 in this position, and locked and closed. To activate the DLC, we're pushing the button on the keyboard. If you want to know where that is, you go into Adjust Controls, hit Search, put in DLC, and you'll see here this button. That is the button which is going to be used for. You can also adjust it in flight as you need with the forward and aft. Put the parking brake on. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Later.